Alright, so just again to get into this with y'all, man. So forget electric cars, forget electric cars. Henry Ford's cannabis car was made from hemp, 10 times stronger than steel, and 100% green, baby. Yeah, so let me just continue to share with you guys how we did this, because it actually took him like 12 years to develop this. I didn't realize that. Welcome to 2018. It might have taken the better part of a century, but the world has finally decided that it's time to leave the internal combustion engine behind. Well, I mean, a lot of people are still using it. I don't know about that's accurate, but anyway, let's move on. So, as to save the environment, you know, polar bear, ice caps, global warming, and the sorts. Yeah, it extends a lot farther than that too, but yeah. This is far from the first time this question has been raised. In fact, as it would turn out, the father of the modern automobile had the same thought. In the 1930s, Henry Ford questioned the long-term sustainability of cars made from steel that ran on gasoline. He began work on alternatives. His research found him toying with the idea of making cars from hemp, an industry that was just coming into existence in the U.S. at the time. I don't know why the video is private. In 1941, after 12 years of arduous research, Henry Ford showcased his ultimate product with the potential to have changed the environment. A car made entirely out of hemp and could run off hemp fuel as well as vegetable oil. The car's panels were molded under hydraulic pressure of 1,500 pound psi from a recipe that used 70% of cellulose fibers from wheat, straw, hemp, and cassia plus 30% resin binder. Okay, I gotta look into that stuff. I think it's all natural. I mean, it says 100% green, so it's got to be. The only steel in the entire body was in the car's tubular wielded frame. So, I mean, I don't know if he didn't know that hemp was able to be processed, if it's processed the right way, it can be stronger than steel or not. But, I mean, I guess apparently it's not 100% green if they're telling you right here that they did use some steel in the body. So, it is what it is. The body itself was 10 times stronger. Wait. The only steel in the entire body was the body itself was 10 times stronger than steel. So I mean, right there, if the body is going to be 10 times stronger than steel, that mean it would have to be hemp. So apparently, they did make it stronger than steel, and they did use hemp to do that. So, all right, just review what I just said. Henry Ford was so confident of the strength of the panel that he took an axe to the show car. The axe that would have cut through the steel panels simply bounced back. So, like, I'm curious, man. I want to see how. I mean, that's pretty fucking amazing. Imagine shields and all. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you could build castles out of hemp that could literally propel. I mean, who knows how ballistically powerful these things could be, man? I mean, you really don't know. I mean, the bullets. I mean, who knows? Let's move on. Rudolf Diesel, the father of diesel motor, was contracted in making. He designed an engine for the Pacific car to run off vegetable and seed oils like hemp. In fact, Ford always saw vegetable oils as the future of fuels, famously quoted saying, "There's enough alcohol in 1 year's yield of an acre of potatoes to drive the machinery necessary to cultivate the fields for 100 years. This shit is ridiculous, and we make things so complex, and it ends up fucking everything up when we just do things naturally. I mean, the thing that frustrates me, too, is this goes back to in the Bible. It talks about in Genesis 9:3, have I given you the green herb? Have I given you all things? Like, right then and there, Christians, like, they take the word for word for the, I mean, symbolically, I mean, if you really looked into it, you can develop a whole infrastructure from the Bible. I mean, from what the Bible tells us, and that goes back to the hemp, and it's all right there for us to do, but all these Christians is going on continuing to live this lifestyle that's all really against the word of Yahushua, and it's like, you know, and then people come around trying to tell you, like, hey, man, hemp can do all these things, which is in alignment with nature and love, and it's like they look at you like you're a demon because you're talking about a plant. And it's like, okay, I mean, God created everything here, man. That shit comes straight from the ground, from him. So it's just like, y'all just might want to take heed a little bit to this beautiful, great, beautiful seed. All right, let's move on. There's the alcohol. So unfortunately, the powers that be at the time, and still at be right now, although things are changing, included the massively powerful and wealthy gasoline industry that labored hard to keep alcohol taxes high and drop the price of gasoline. This even coincided with the prohibition of alcohol and hemp in the 1920s, a tombstone for the project that relied heavily on hemp. So I guess that's when they prohibited alcohol. They also prohibited hemp too. Wow, I didn't know that. All right, so could Henry Ford have really changed the world with this car? It did seem to have all that was required to do. I guess we will never know. So essentially, it looks like he was just, they just changed the laws on his ass. And it's like, because he doesn't have the power to change the laws, they discontinued the potential perpetuation of hemp vehicles, which would have changed our whole fucking infrastructure, because then they would have got into hemp and seen all the things you can do with hemp, and It would have changed everything. But it's all right, you know. All things a good time. The world just wasn't ready yet. So, but here we go, man. We got an opportunity. All right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.